Welcome back to my channel, Zarinah Cooks with Love. I am Zarinah, and today we are going to be preparing delicious summer peach crisp. If you're interested in learning how to prepare this recipe, stay tuned. All right, let's grab our ingredients. First, we're going to need some peaches. Peaches are in season, so definitely get them. Brown sugar, flour, a little bit of salt, some granola. We are also going to be using some cornstarch, that is agave, vanilla, and then there's going to be some other things that we'll be grabbing as well. My granola I actually got from the supermarket. It's not straight granola. It's like, you know, the granola that you snack on. So I basically just had some of that in my house, and so that's what I'm using. All right, so let's prepare our peaches. Of course, you want to wash them, and then basically we want to cut them in halves and take out the core. So just a little story about these peaches. I live in, like, it's not rural, but there's a lot of farms around my area, and so, you know, there's like farm stands like around every corner. Literally outside of my house, there is a farm in walking distance, and so I went ahead and grabbed these peaches. I didn't know that they were going to be white peaches, but when I tell you, these things were super sweet. Like, I was ready to hunt down a farmer and be like, what did you do? Come here, smack them. Like, what the heck? These peaches were so good. And I had the peaches in my refrigerator. I almost forgot about them. So they were in my refrigerator for a couple of days. And if I had realized that they were in there sooner, I probably would have just straight eaten them without making, you know, the crisp. But they were in there a couple of days, and they were getting a little soft. So I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I have to do something. And so that's how this even came about. But they were super, super sweet. So good. And yeah, I went and bought some more, of course. So here I am just having and pitting the peaches. I'm taking out all of that like substance that's around it, like that part of that core that's still kind of hard. You don't want that in your crisp, so just try to get rid of all of that stuff. And then we're going to just go ahead and slice them down. We're going to try and keep our peaches slices to be, you know, uniform. So as you can see, the technique that I used, I basically turned my peach face down, and I am taking my knife like diagonally and just basically going around. I'm starting off like on a side, cutting it on a diagonal, and then, you know, coming up to the middle and just keeping my knife bent or tilted to create like that slice that you see. Trying to keep the sizes the same. And I'm going to work this and do this to every single peach. I had to steal a slice. I couldn't resist. So now that we have gotten our slices together, we're just going to go ahead and put them in the bowl, and then we are going to add some ingredients to them. Lemon is a chef's best friend. A lot of what you cook, just adding a little bit of lemon juice kind of balances and neutralizes the flavor and also gives it like a punch. So you definitely want to go in with a little bit of lemon. And then I went ahead and added in my cornstarch, my agave, my vanilla, and a little cinnamon sugar. If you just have just cinnamon, that is totally fine. I actually just couldn't get to my cinnamon in my spice cabinet, so that was the easier one to get to, and so that's how that went in, and it did very well. So you want to go ahead and just give it a good mix. Make sure the vanilla and the agave is getting on each and every slice. And then the cornstarch basically will help the little syrup that does develop to get a little thicker. All right, and now for our crisp, what we're going to do is just take our granola. We're going to add to that flour, brown sugar, a little bit of salt, and some softened butter. Once we've added all our ingredients to the bowl, we're just going to try and give it a mix. So I have my glove on in total preparation to go in with my hands, but do whatever works well for you. If it's gathering well and combining well with the spoon, do that. But I don't mind getting my hands a little dirty, and if I do, I just go ahead and put a glove on. So that's that's what I did. And after I mix it as well as I think I can get it with my spoon, I'm just gonna go in with my hand and get that crumb topping or crisp topping together. All of the measurements will be in the description box below, so don't worry. I will have for you a full breakdown of the ingredients and the measurements. Don't ever be alarmed if you see me cooking in small portions. The description box will have ingredients and measurements of that of a larger family size. I cook according to my household now, but I will be writing recipes to help you build recipes or cook food for your family of a larger size. And you can always scale that down or up as needed depending on your family needs. All right, so as I shared with you, you're just going to go in with your hands, mix it down. Now that we have both our topping together and our filling is together, we're just going to go ahead and put our peaches in our dish. I am putting mine in my cast iron pan. And then we're just going to get our peaches together and line them up nicely so they look all pretty and professional, like professionally decorated in that dish. You just want to play with it, get them all nice and neat, try and get them going in the right direction. This part is totally optional. I'm just a little extra. So after I kind of get them looking the way that I want to, we are going to move on. Keep in mind the crumb topping is covering all of this. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put on our crisp or our crumb topping. This is where you are going to freestyle. You're gonna do as much or as little as you like. I really like the crumb or the crisp topping, so I'm using everything. After all, it is peach crisp, so I want my crisp, and I want a lot of it. All right, so now that we've done that, we just pop it in the oven on 400 for about 25 minutes. And there you have it. So if you've never had peach crisp, it's very much like peach cobbler without so many ingredients. It's not as heavy as a cobbler, but the flavors, oh my gosh. And you can see my topping has raisins and almond slithers and just the granola along with the topping that we made. So it was just so good. So you can use whatever ice cream you like, whatever ice cream you think would pair well with your peach crisp. Vanilla is always a great choice, but I actually have found this bourbon Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and it took this peach crisp to a whole other level. Like, the two paired so well together that, like, I could not help myself. I could not help myself with this dessert. And I have a serious sweet tooth, so I try not to do too many sweets because I know that my willpower is just not really there when it comes to sweets. But this thing had me hooked. This thing was calling me, like, just calling me and calling me. It was delicious. I really hope you try this before peaches are done for the season. They are so extremely sweet right now. This is the perfect summer treat. It's light, but it is satisfying. It meets those cravings of crunchy and savory and sweet all at the same time. And it's only 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your day before you can devour this the way I did. So good. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share it with your friends and family. Also, comment in the box below. Let me know if you liked it or if you're going to try it. If you're already a part of the family, thank you so much for subscribing and for your support. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Zarinah Cooks TV. I do post over there as well. I have more videos coming for you, of course. If there's anything that you'd like to see me prepare, just let me know in the comments below and I will get my version of that out to you. Again, I just love you. I thank you for all your support. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Again, Zarinah Cooks TV. I love you. I love you. I love you.